A 22-year-old Milton man is going to appear in court today answering to a second-degree murder charge, but his lawyer maintains that his client was acting in self-defense when he allegedly shot and killed an intruder in his home.
Police responded to a home on Gibson Crescent near Derry and Regional Road 25 around 5 a.m. on Sunday. They say two suspects entered the home and shots were fired. One of the suspects was killed at the scene, and now 22-year-old Ali Mian is charged with second-degree murder.
Now, his lawyers released a statement that reads, "My 22-year-old client, who lives at that home with his single mother, shot at an intruder that broke into his home and attacked his mother. He is a registered firearm owner and used his gun legally against an armed intruder. He shouldn't be charged with murder for protecting his mother from someone that broke into his home."
And police have also charged 20-year-old Romario Clark of Oshawa with one count of break-and-enter and one count of unauthorized possession of a firearm. The identity of the homicide victim hasn't been released yet.
Now, our crime analyst Steve Ryan joins us live this morning outside the Milton courthouse with more on this story. Steve, so many questions about this. You've highlighted a lot about the idea that if you're a registered legal firearms owner, that you have to sort of have parts of the gun kind of locked and secured away in different parts of the house, making it kind of difficult to actually assemble it and get the ammunition, etc., if someone is sort of breaking into your home, which is apparently what was happening over the weekend. Let me ask this question. What if that the person who legally owned the gun was cleaning it or potentially repairing it or whatever, and then the gun might have been more easily available? I know we're kind of speculating here, but there are scenarios that could put the gun in someone's hands sooner, no?
Yeah, and putting the gun in someone's hands sooner doesn't necessarily mean that they were justified or not justified in the homicide. What needs to happen is the police require reasonable grounds to believe that the shooting was done with the intention of killing that other person, and this is why they laid the charge of second-degree murder. So the threshold for reasonable grounds is basically beyond mere suspicion. Now, you have every right to protect yourself or others if you fear that you are going to lose your life or there's going to be grievous bodily harm. Has to be justification. So the fact that I mentioned the gun having to be locked up and dismantled and be made inoperable and have the ammunition set aside, it just makes it more suspicious when it comes to part of the narrative. What transpired that caused this 22-year-old to fire upon this suspect? You cannot just shoot somebody for breaking into your home. We don't have a stand your ground law. We do have a law where you can use as much force as necessary to protect your own life or the life of somebody else, whether, as Jen mentioned earlier, that was with a bat, that's with a knife, that's with whatever you feel necessary that is required to protect yourself. But the fact that the police laid a second-degree murder charge tells me that there may be more to this story than we are being told. So this 22-year-old has been charged with second-degree murder. Part of this investigation will be trying to find the other three suspects. So there are 5 suspects in total who targeted this house, according to the police. So that's either for some sort of retribution or some sort of robbery. The fact that this 22-year-old had easy access to his gun at the time is part of the narrative. So all these questions will be answered as time plays out. The 22-year-old is due in court here at 10 o'clock, and I hope to get some answers from his lawyer at that time. Send it back to you, Jim.
Okay, lots more to discover in this case. Steve Ryan, crime analyst, reporting live. Thank you.